وحيا من بعد هون إن أراد أن قال كن فهو نور وحيا من بعد هون إن أراد أن قال كن فهو.
Intro Unit, pages 2 and 3. 1. Listen and discuss.
As you drive along a busy road, you notice a car without a driver. You blink to clear your eyes and wonder whether you're losing your mind. It's the driverless car, a robotic vehicle that can travel to a predetermined destination without human intervention. All you would need to do is sit in the car and enjoy the ride. Would you do it? Would you travel in a driverless car? Is it science fiction or reality? You are spending the night in the desert. Everyone else is sound asleep, but you are still awake, enjoying the starlit sky. It's a cold but peaceful night. None of the usual city sounds echo in the background, so you snuggle in your sleeping bag and close your eyes. All of a sudden, you are startled by a high-pitched sound. Someone or something is whistling. You sit up, look around, but don't see anyone. Then you hear the sound again, along with a soft patter of something landing in the sand. What do you think it is? Is it a dream or reality? They are very real and highly popular in entertainment, but they are also used in education. They are used by many colleges and institutions for educational purposes. Many businesses and industries use them to train their employees and executives. They are used for military strategy and flight training. Astronauts train on them for a long time before they participate in real missions. Can you guess what they are? What is your opinion about them? You walk into a food store to buy some yogurt and cheese. You notice that the packaging is different from what you are used to. It's very attractive with bright wrapping. A customer has just bought some frozen yogurt in a biodegradable bag. He takes out one of the round, pearl-like shapes and bites into it as you are about to warn him not to eat the wrapping. He seems to be enjoying it. He then uses a small spoon to dip into the shell, eat the rest of the contents as well as the wrapper. Is the wrapper edible? Or does the customer suffer from a condition that urges him to eat things that would normally be considered inedible? What do you think? Is it science fiction or reality? Before the days of computer-aided design, CAD, and lasers, models and prototypes required days or even weeks of hard work to make and were very costly. Improvements and modifications could not be incorporated easily, often resulting in the loss of business. An 80s idea called rapid prototyping led to the development of a type of machine, similar to an inkjet printer, that made it possible for designers to make their own rapid prototypes. The machine uses plastic instead of ink or powder, and builds up a model one layer at a time from the bottom upward. Do you know what this type of machine is called? Is it science fiction or reality?
Page 4. 3. Conversation. Listen and practice reading the conversation in pairs. Yasmin is in Jeddah visiting relatives. She and her cousin Amal are invited to a wedding reception at the end of the week.
Amal, look at that beautiful silk gown in the window. I agree. It's very elegant. Would you like to go in and have a look? Can we? I'd love to try it on. We don't have much time. Shops will close in less than an hour, so let's hurry.
Good morning, ladies.
How can I help you?
We'd like to see that gown, please.
Is it for you?
It's for me, actually. But I need a larger size, don't I?
I'm not sure you do. I think you should try a smaller one.
Isn't this small enough?
I'm afraid not. It's an extra large. Small is the right size for you. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, please. What do you think? It's the right size, isn't it? Yes, it's a perfect fit. It looks great on you. You might need to have the hem taken up a little.
We'd be happy to do that for you.
Right. We'll take it. Do you accept this type of credit card?
Actually, we'd prefer cash.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll have to go to the bank and get some cash. Could you tell us how to get to the nearest bank?
Yes, of course. Walk out the door and turn right. You'll see some elevators on your right. Go down to the ground floor. The bank is between the elevators and a large sports store. You can't miss it.
By the way, I noticed you were reading the book that we bought the other day. Are you enjoying it? I can't put it down. It has an incredible plot. It's full of suspense, and events are totally unpredictable. It's not like many boring detective novels where you know what's going to happen next without reading. It's a good, well-written book. You should read it.
Page 5. 4. Listening.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, please. We'd like to withdraw some cash from this credit card.
Do you have an account with us?
No, I'm sorry, I don't. Is that a problem?
No, not at all. Just checking. There is no service charge for account holders.
Oh, I see. What do you think, Amal? Wouldn't it be a good idea to open an account? I'll be back here every few months. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Whatever you think is best. In that case, I'd like to open an account, please.
Of course. Would you like to come this way and fill out some documents?
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I'd like to withdraw some money from my account. I didn't realize you had an account at this bank. Yes, I do. It's just that I don't use it often enough to remember. Sorry. That's fine. I'm glad we'll both be using the same bank. Oh, look at the number of people waiting at the counter. I wish I had the card for my cash card account. I could use the ATM. I forgot to take it this morning. Please don't worry. I'll wait for you. I'm not sure that's a good idea, Yasmin. Stores are about to close for the afternoon. You'd better hurry and pick up your gown. You're probably right. Actually, I won't pick it up today. I'd like them to take the hem up. You'll be all right, won't you? Yes, of course. Give me a ring on my cell phone when you're ready. I'll do that. Okay. See you soon.
Page 5. 6. Pronunciation. A. Listen. Note the rising or falling intonation.
Good morning. Can I help you? No, not at all.
B. Listen and find more examples for rising or falling intonation in the conversation. Unit 1. You've got mail. Pages 6 and 7. 1. Listen and discuss.
From Jonathan Maynard, J. Maynard at finestfootwear.com. Subject: Response to your email. 2. Silva at madeinbrazil.com. Dear Mr. Silva, I want to apologize for not answering your email sooner. I've been on the road for the last few days, and I got back only yesterday. Although most of our shoes are imported directly from Asia, we are currently looking for new suppliers, such as ones in Brazil. I look forward to meeting you and discussing the various possibilities. Please email me as soon as you make your final travel arrangements to the United States so that we can set up a time for a meeting. Best regards, J. Maynard. Jonathan Maynard, Import Manager, Finest Footwear International.
Your friend sent you an e-card from graduationcards.com. Click on the cake to view it. Although you're out of sight, you aren't out of mind. And even though you're far away, I want to wish you a great graduation day.
From David Hamilton, dhamilton@unicore.com. Subject: Out of office reply for David Hamilton. 2. P. Smith@unicore.com. I will be out of the office from October 19th to 22nd and will not have access to email. For any urgent matters, please contact Sean_Taylor@unicore.com. David Hamilton.
2. Olivia at megagoal.com. Subject: Visit you in Paris, November 15th. Hi, Olivia. How's work and how's Paris? Hope you're getting used to your new way of life and taking advantage of living in such a wonderful city. Guess what? I'm coming to France on vacation at the end of the month, and I'll be staying in Paris for a few days. I was wondering if you could put me up. However, I don't want to inconvenience you in any way. I'm used to sleeping anywhere. Let me know if it's all right if I stay with you. What's the weather like now? Last time I was in Paris, it was so rainy that I was soaked most of the time, in spite of my raincoat and umbrella. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Your best friend, Melanie.
Page 7. 2. Pair work. A.
I want to apologize for not coming to your graduation ceremony.
Don't worry, that's quite all right.
B.
Congratulations. I wish you lots of success.
Thanks a lot. I'm looking forward to the new job.
Page 10. 5. Listening. Listen to the messages or conversations. Complete the sentences.
1. Message on a voicemail system.
This is Michael Johnson. I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Kramer. I'm his assistant. Mr. Kramer is sorry, but he's not able to see you at the arranged time on Thursday. He asks if you could meet at the same time on Monday instead. Mr. Osman, would you call me at your earliest convenience so that we can confirm the new day for the meeting? My number is 972-555-9797. That's 972-555-9797.
2. Sabah's answer to Nawal's email on answering machine.
Nawal, it's Sabah. It was great to hear from you. I've been so busy these few months that I'm losing touch with most of my friends. I'm glad to hear that you're thinking of visiting New York. I guess you will be staying with your aunt. Please give her my regards when you see her and tell her I still remember that wonderful meal that she cooked for us during your last visit. By the way, a wonderful exhibition is on at the museum, and your favorite gallery has a new show on with very interesting work. But they are both very popular, so we need to make sure we get there in time to beat the crowds. Email me and let me know your plans, or you can call me. My new number is 212-555-0999. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
3. Omar about an invitation to a friend's house.
Hello?
Hi, Ted. This is Omar. Is your brother in?
Sorry, Omar. Ron isn't home right now. He'll probably be back in a little while.
Can you give him a message, please? I was really looking forward to coming over, but I'm afraid I won't be able to make it. We have some relatives from Qatar who are arriving tonight, and my parents asked me to keep my cousin company.
Why don't you bring your cousin along? I'm sure Ron won't mind.
That's really nice of you, Ted. I'll have to talk to my cousin first. I'll call you back to let you know. And maybe Ron will be home then. I just want to check if he needs my game console. I'd be happy to bring it over for him.
4. Raymond is giving an excuse for not doing homework.
Mr. Jenkins, please excuse me for not handing in my history project today. I was so sick that I spent all day Saturday and Sunday in bed. Although I wasn't feeling well, I tried to finish the project. The trouble was, as soon as I sat at the computer, my head started to spin, so I went back to bed. Is it okay if I hand in the project in a couple of days?
Page 10. 6. Pronunciation. A. Listen to the following vowel sounds. They are sometimes called short vowels. Then practice.
Send. Get. Letters.
Happy. Spam. Congratulations.
Wish. City. Interested.
B. Read the emails again and underline only the words that have short and I. Practice reading the sentences aloud without stressing the short and I in the words you underlined. Page 11. 8. Conversation.
Abdullah, thanks for inviting me to your graduation event. I was really looking forward to next Thursday night.
I've been planning this event for ages. You're coming, aren't you?
Well, Abdullah, I'm calling you up to explain. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it.
No way. I refuse to accept that. I insist on your coming.
I'm sorry, I really am. You see, it's my uncle's wedding, and they're having the whole family over for dinner. They expect me to be there, and I can't let them down.
So sneak out as soon as the dinner's over.
I can't just walk out like that.
Of course you can.
Your ending. What does Abdullah go on to suggest? 1.
No one's going to notice.
2.
Tell your uncle you're not feeling well and you're going to lie down.
3.
Be straight with your uncle and tell him you have plans after dinner.
4.
Your idea.
Page 12. 9. Reading.
From smoke signals to email, keeping in touch. From the Stone Age to the present, people have shown a desire to send messages to one another over long distances. In ancient times, according to one story, a chain of fires on mountaintops was used to relate the news of the fall of Troy to the people in Greece. In the past, native people in the Americas used smoke from fires to transmit messages. They developed a code in which certain combinations of smoke rising had special meanings. For example, 2 parallel columns of smoke indicated the successful return of a war party. Almost anything that makes a noise has been used for signaling. Cyrus, an ancient Persian ruler, established a line of signal towers. At each one, people with powerful voices shouted a message to the next tower, and in this way, news and information was passed on through the kingdom. A kind of drum talk is still used in Central Africa today, although few who are not natives have been able to understand it. The sender uses a drum that can produce a high or low tone. Because the local dialect alternates in these tones, the sender is able to simulate speech with the drums. In modern times, people have communicated by letter, telegraph, and telephone.
but no one method has become as widespread as quickly as the use of email. The first email message took place in 1971. According to its sender, Ray Tomlinson, it was probably the following: QWERTYUIOP. What was significant about that? Nothing, really. This is just the top row of keys on an English language keyboard. Tomlinson was just testing out the system and using a nonsense message. He had no concept that he was going to start a revolution in communication. Tomlinson was one of a group of scientists who were working on developing better computers. The scientists at his site were able to send a message to a mailbox on the computer on their site. Other scientists could view the message in the mailbox. But there were other computers at other sites where scientists were working on the same project. Tomlinson's idea was to figure out a way to deliver messages to mailboxes on those remote computers. He used the @ sign to identify messages that were headed out of the local machine to the more distant ones. That was the start of the emailing system that we still use today. At first, the number of people on email was small, but by the end of the 20th century, there were 263 million email boxes. In the 21st century, that figure has grown to over 2 billion, and the functions of email services in the future will become more and more diversified. And text messaging on cell phones is also increasing, so people can, in effect, be in constant touch with people who are long distances away.
Page 15. 10. Writing.
To Brian@megagoal.com. Subject: Back to School. Attachment: JPEG.200. Hi, Brian. How are you doing? Did you have a good summer? How's school? I guess you've just started again, right? Well, that's life. I am attaching a photo of us at the game. How do you like it? We look good, huh? This is our first week back, and everyone is trying to get used to getting up early, spending most of the day at school, then home, homework, etc. But we have some great plans for the weekend. We'll drive to the desert with my cousins and spend the night there. I wish you could come along. It would be so much fun. Guess what? My father promised to let me drive the Jeep in the desert. Isn't that cool? What about you? Any special plans for the weekend? Don't forget, it's your turn next summer. You are going to come to Saudi and stay with us. I'd better not talk about the summer now. Time to get organized and get down to homework. Give my best to your family. Idil. P.S. My teacher complimented me on my English. I told him I had spent 2 months practicing with my friend.
نور وحياة من بعدهون إن أراد أن قال كن فهو نور وحياة من بعدهون إن أراد